Zach is amazed.
I'm so amazed.
I pushed a button on the console, and the jingle started.
I'm just so excited.
And you know what? I can see there's 27 seconds left, and wait for it. Here we are.
Now, Zach, ask him how long it took to fix that and make that happen.
Doesn't matter.
Can I guess?
No.
Why?
No.
Why can't I guess?
Because we're talking winter with Swinner.
Okay.
You got Ken Bogeman here. That's me. Zach Frame. Say hi. That's you. Brent Reeder. Hello. There you go. And we're talking winter with Swinner in, July. Yeah.
Not July yet.
No, but by the time this airs, it'll be July. And you know what happened? It just stopped all on its own. I didn't have to turn it off because it's programmed into the mixing console.
Oh, my gosh.
Right? And you know what else is in there?
What?
We've got other sounds too. Like let's say there's a crowd cheering.
And we're all excited.
They're very happy because I figured out how to do this.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's amazing. And then I come over here, and there's all of our ads. And I come over here one more.
Our ads are built in?
Uh-huh. Yep. Sure enough. Right there. And you know what? You know what? Let's say we tell the joke and nobody hears it because it went over their head. Right? Oh, wait. It's kind of a broke joke. Little plane.
I like that one.
See?
I like the little plane better than the big plane.
Yeah. Or, nothing's
the
really...
big plane new? Because I don't think you had that last week.
Nope, that's new. And you know what else? Let's say this is a boring topic. There it is.
You made that.
Did not.
That was you.
It did not.
That's
I downloaded
your
it.
voice.
Nope.
I believe that's a live recording.
Totally not. I downloaded that. It's all good, man.
Well, then somebody recorded you and put you on the interwebs because that sounds like your snore.
How the hell do you know what my snore sounds like?
You know we work in the wintertime?
Yeah, but I bring my CPAP, man.
It doesn't matter, bud.
Waltz within.
It just sounds...
That's nothing like that, no.
Oh, okay.
It's like
weird.
It's like a mixture of Fergie and Jesus.
Say Fergie and Jesus?
I did.
Would that be Fergie Jesus-alicious?
It's a lot like that, yeah.
Man.
Jesus Fergie. How was SIMA, fellas? It's been a while since we talked.
SIMA was great.
Yeah?
SIMA was good. I mean, we didn't get struck by lightning yet.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's good.
Yeah. Made it back. Everything was good. It was awesome. So, bummer you weren't there.
Yeah.
Somebody had to hold down the fort, though.
Somebody did.
Yep. So how was that? Did anything go wrong while we were gone, or is everything cool?
Everything was pretty solid, yeah. I forgot you guys weren't here until, Thursday.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding.
Wow. That's rough.
It was lonely, but we got it done. We got through it.
Thought maybe everybody would be in a better mood with us being gone. No? Aw, that's sweet.
No, somebody's got to bring the comedy.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. Well, no, Simon was good, man. Simon was really cool. We did 4 episodes from there. In fact, that is that's what we're calling season 2 of Talkin' Winter with Swinner.
Season 2.
Season 2 consists of the 4 episodes that we recorded while we were in Milwaukee. Mm-hmm. And so what we don't know is if this episode here is the beginning of season 3 or if this is more of season 1 after season 2 was in the middle.
Do we have 4 episodes per season? I'm confused.
No, I don't know. I don't think we had any type of predetermined seasons.
Oh.
So we'll just have to figure it out. You know what? Somebody at Turf's Up Radio that knows what they're doing will tell us what to do.
Nice.
Yep.
Let's just wait for that.
Yep. Yeah. No, Simon was good though, man. It was really, really cool to hang out with hundreds of other people that are passionate about snow and they want to learn stuff and they want to see stuff. And we saw some really neat stuff. We, learned some really neat stuff. Brent, what was of the whole show, what was your favorite takeaway?
Oh, wow. Being put on the spot there.
As he has a pile of brochures and stuff in front of him, right?
I mean, I love equipment. Even if I don't use it, I love seeing it and learning about it. And so that was...
Are you okay?
Yep.
So Zach and I got a different water.
That's a whole different water.
This is Calumet Farms. And it's pretty good. I like it. You not like it?
Well, give me a minute. It's growing on me.
All right.
So, yeah, I like the trade show a lot. There's tons of stuff on there. It's hard to pick my favorite, product, but I love a lot of it. And then the classes are always hit or miss, but there was a few that really stood out to me. And sometimes there's the class that you needed to listen to, but you didn't want to.
Yeah, that's fair.
And those are fun. Obviously, if you listen to the past episodes, I took in the robot lessons very thoroughly.
Yep.
I found that a lot of fun.
Yeah, we didn't. We actually didn't talk about robots in our. So we earlier today we kind of did a company meeting with folks that didn't go with us to the symposium, and we just kind of talked about some of the stuff that we saw, and robots came up, and we just kind of glazed over that. So do you want to fill us in on what you think is the coolest stuff about robots for Zach, who didn't.
I'm actually interested in this.
Yeah.
Big
Okay.
time.
Yeah, what do you got?
That's a good thing. I've got notes. Just give me a second to get.
That's right. So we can talk about, how's your water, Zach?
It's spicy.
You can add water to the water?
No.
Make it a little less watery and more watery?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. I'm committed.
That's fine. You know what? If you're listening to this and you got questions about, either the symposium or really anything snow, you can contact us at podcast@swintergroup.com. Yep.
So, I mean, most of this is stuff I said, and
Is that a typed document?
it is. It was notes I had. The SIMA app was really cool. You had a section for you to put notes in, and then I could send it to myself
Are you serious?
in a PDF. Yeah,
That's really neat. Okay, cool.
That app was very well thought
Yeah,
out.
that's awesome.
And it even tracks, every SIMA symposium. So next year, the same app will have just another symposium, but I can keep going back and looking at all the other places I've gone and see which classes I went to and
Seriously?
see my notes.
That's really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was. That's pretty neat. Yeah, a lot of this was kind of regurgitating the same info, but just kind of bring Zach up to speed.
Or any other listener
Yeah.
that didn't listen to season 2.
Yeah. So
I haven't listened to it yet.
when I
Has it aired yet?
No. It's fine.
As soon as it does, I will.
So I went to this class, and it was just talking about automation in the snow industry. I wasn't thinking full-on automation. I was thinking, using snow raiders or mechanized equipment, but
Yeah.
you're still using one person, one machine. I was not expecting 4 to 8 robots with one operator.
What?
Yeah, you now have a operator who just manages them and makes sure that they're doing their job, but he can manage a fleet of them all at once.
That's wild.
It is wild. So now you kind of understand what plane we're from,
Yeah.
where we're at with this.
Yeah, I'm on the level.
I was a
now.
little caught off guard by this, and then kind of not half listening at first, and then all of a sudden it started clicking, and I started hearing things like, oh, well, that's interesting. And then I had to do a mad dash of jotting down my notes
Yeah,
before
for sure.
I lost it. So,
And this was a class or something they...
it was a panel.
panel?
There was 3 guys up there talking who all had experience with robots of some sort. Robots are very big in the green industry, especially in Europe.
Huh.
Now, that doesn't mean every contractor has them. I'm sure most contractors out there going, what do you mean it's big? I've not seen these. Well, it's big. It's just not big here. In Europe, for example, there is about 2 million robotic mowers currently being used.
Now, is this like a Roomba that does your lawn?
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick. What? I didn't know how to,
So when you hear 2 million robotic mowers, my first thought is, okay, how many people have lost ankles, lost legs? How many people have been mutilated by this?
Right.
0.
Really?
0 claims against them. While here in the U.S., we average 50,000 workman's comp claims a year.
Now, are these consumer-owned robotics, or are these like guys that have lawn companies that are using robots? Or did it not break it down?
No clue.
Oh, okay. I was just curious.
That is a detail I don't have. That being said, trying to look through here and get some of the main points. A robot. Most of these are electric powered, solar powered. So during the daytime, they just recharge and keep going. There's nothing to keep them from dying. And apparently, these guys they have such a good quality battery that they're making it through the night before they run out. And, sun comes up and recharges them again. Huh. For example, one of the guys was saying that he had an 8-man crew that was working. He was able to go down to 4 men and 1 robot.
Really?
So, and then he was able to turn his crews into an 8-hour shift and just constantly keep rotating. The robot never quit.
Never got tired.
Never got tired.
Yeah.
Didn't whine, didn't complain, didn't sue him.
Mm-hmm. This guy was
no
working.
lunch break requirements.
No, well, maybe. I mean, until the robots decide to unionize.
Yeah.
So someone stood up and asked, what about property damage? I mean, how much damage are these things doing? He said, ironically, that same shovel crew did more damage than the robot. A shovel crew had more property damage done by them than the robot did itself.
Shovel crew. Break that
How
down.
does a shovel crew do damage?
That's what I'm curious about.
That is a story I did not get, but I'm sure it's possible.
I don't know.
Misapplying salt, chipping. If there's a
I
hard
can
pack,
see
they
that,
might have chipped at it, with a shovel, and
Oh,
it
yeah,
might have been
okay.
stamped in stained concrete. Who knows? I can think of a lot of ways it's possible. All of it is negligence. But
did anybody ever give any indication as what any of these robots cost?
No, because the majority of these robots are all still in development. And so these guys that are using them here in the United States are kind of working together with the developers of that technology.
So like there's like the Justin Hammer and the Tony Stark of the snow robot world, and they're like dancing on stage and got like fancy little lights and stuff. And
yeah,
we're probably at the Justin Hammer point in time where everything's really cool, but probably doesn't work as good as it should.
Not quite.
And we're trying to get to Stark level. Do you actually understand that reference?
No. Okay. But I was playing along really well.
Oh, it's Marvel.
I know who Tony Stark is.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome. Nicole's over there without a microphone.
Oh,
waving her.
James Bond. Very nice.
And she's like, I know who.
But Hammer stuff was just really cool.
Oh,
it just didn't work right.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that means they're still developing it, but all these guys said that expect robots to pretty much explode in growth inside 5 years.
That'd be cool.
Because manpower.
Oh, yeah.
It's a necessity. And this was the other real big takeaway, that the robots are not replacing people. Everyone's worried about that. Mm-hmm. The robots are taking jobs nobody else wanted in the first place.
Yeah.
So in a world where, minimum wage is 15 on up, and the cost of having employees is getting higher and higher and higher, if you can get a job making the same money doing something easy or doing something hard, people are gravitating towards the easier job. And there's not much harder than shoveling snow at 0 degrees.
Yep.
Yeah, that's not fun.
At 2 a.m.
Right.
Yeah, but if the robot's $100 billion, though, I mean, it's tough.
And that's the other thing he pointed out. The robots right now are a little slower than a shovel crew. But the difference between a robot and a human is you can spreadsheet production. And it's consistent. So you can look at a spreadsheet and go, I have X amount of square feet. My robot does this many square feet per hour. I need this many robots. And it will be accurate.
With a taser, I could probably be that accurate with people, too.
Dear Lord.
What? Just saying.
Maybe for the first hour.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, because if they run away, you just hit them again. Ha! Shovel. They drop that shovel, you zap them. Wait, it's probably not the right way to do that.
That's a good way to run out of business.
Yeah.
Is that a work comp claim or no?
I think it's assault.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I don't think that's work comp. I think that's just straight up going to jail.
Yeah.
Unless, never mind. You know what? That's a dark rabbit hole.
What are you drinking?
Water.
Nice.
Yeah. It's very spicy.
Is it delicious now?
It's spicy.
But is it good?
Hang on.
As the ice cubes melt, it might get a little bit better for you. Your face didn't crinkle up that time. Yeah, it did.
That's just my eyeballs that time.
It just took a minute. Just the eyeballs.
It was just my eyes. Not my face.
Your cheeks didn't implode, though. Nice.
Brent's looking for more equipment to talk
He's
about.
like, man, I'm looking at stuff. Yeah.
I'm looking. I'm trying to find something good.
Yeah.
I got too much info in front of me.
Well, I think the robot thing sounds really cool.
It's good. It's great. It's not there yet. It's something to keep an eye out on. And I know everyone's worried about the liability of having a robot kill somebody. And, I think that is a really valid concern. But if they can succeed in the grass cutting business, I've got to think they can succeed in snow.
Well, they've got a table saw that if you run a hot dog through the table saw, the blade falls out.
That's true.
I mean, if you could put your, if you could put your hot dog saving blade technology into a robot, you're just fine.
My concern with robots working winter work would be battery life, because as that battery gets cold, it's not going to produce as much energy.
That is true, and I'm sure that is probably one of the biggest weak points of that technology.
Yeah.
But I would rather have battery technology get better than to have to constantly keep going and refueling the robot. I think it was 3 years ago at the SIMA trade show, they had a robot that was gas or diesel powered. The thing was massive. Mm-hmm. I mean, it was a size. Yeah, it was a full size side by side, and it probably worked great. But you can't let it just run on its own because you got to keep maintaining that machine.
You know what? I ran into a robot at the airport.
Like you ran into it? Did it say, "Excuse me"?
No. It was sweeping the floor or mopping or whatever it was doing.
Yeah.
And I was just walking through, not really paying attention to where I was going, and then I heard a beep. And it's because the robot was coming into he was coming from this direction, and I was going straight.
It warned you?
It almost T-boned me, and then warned me that I was being dumb and not watching where I was going.
Well, I mean, Domino's is delivering pizza with automated cars in California. There's no one driving them.
Well, it's because there's nobody that drives in California, because all they have is electric cars that you can't charge. Oh, yeah, wait. Oh, there it was.
kind of a fail if you're like 10 seconds late.
I know.
I segued into it, so he wasn't
You
late.
tried.
That's right.
It was a successful segue.
It was.
It was a beginner level segue.
Oh, okay.
And it wasn't your fault. It was the follow through on the other part.
See, that was timed better.
That was timed much better.
Yeah.
We're getting there, boys. We're getting there.
We're there.
I just don't like that one.
You don't like that one?
No.
But it sounds so happy. Yep. We got to go to commercial. All right. Do you want to hear the new Gemplers ad?
Yeah.
All right. Here it goes.
Hey, Landscape Pros, the right tool storage and organization is the right start to a productive day for you and your crew. Gemplers has the sharp, sturdy tool racks you need to get your shop in top shape. Here's what Landscape Pro Don Bischoff of the Don Landscaping loves about Gemplers tool racks.
When I finally was able to have my own shop, I ended up saying, we're going to make this as organized as possible. And when I found the Gemplers tool racks, I was like sold, because they can hold a lot of weight, and I like it. It looks sharp. It looks sharp to your employees. One of the things I always stress to them is if we're not organized, we're not going to be efficient. If we're not efficient, then we're not going to make money. And if we're not making money, then I can't go out and do fun stuff with you, like go to a Reds game or go get lunch for the afternoon.
If keeping your shop organized, better productivity, and making more money sounds good to you, do what Don did. Shop Gemplers.com for Gemplers tool racks.
Gemplers.com.
For Gimpler's tool rack.
That's right.
That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
I like that. It was very calming.
You know what else?
I enjoyed it.
While we were there, we met the national sales manager for Gemplers. Gemplers had a booth at SIMA.
No kidding.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a really nice guy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Tried to hook him up with the
I
folks.
actually never made it over there.
Really?
I got sucked into so many other conversations. The trade show closed before I made it around to every booth. I realized I missed Gemplers right as we were leaving. I'm like, gosh dang it.
Man, it was the great big giant booth that said
I saw it.
Gemplers
They had multiple bays. They definitely put a lot of effort into their booth.
Yeah.
But on that thought, I have heard of them and I have seen their catalogs, and they definitely carry a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Swoot.
Awesome. So, all right. So what was the most exciting thing that happened here while we were gone? Because as you can tell, we don't have much of a script going today. So we got to fill air, man. What do you got?
The most exciting thing that happened while you were gone. I don't know if I can pick just one thing.
Oh, that's
How about
awesome.
That.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's where I'm going to leave that.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
It was smooth sailing. I feel like you ever get that feeling like you're just dialed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You're just dialed and you're being efficient and stuff's happening.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Yeah.
We're just dialed.
You got some news this morning, though, right?
I got
Sold some stuff.
I got a batch of good news this morning.
Yeah.
All sales.
Selling plows and spreaders this morning. And for those listening, it is Tuesday, the 28th of June.
Yeah.
Selling plows and spreaders.
Selling plows and spreaders.
Plows and splitters.
Plows and spreaders.
How's the water?
It's hitting good.
Good.
No.
Nice.
So good your tongue went numb.
That's right.
Numb tongue.
Numb tongue.
Numb tongue. I can fix that. I can't fix that. It was just
Yeah.
Star Trek movie quote.
All
Nothing.
right.
Numb tongue?
I'm sorry.
Numb tongue. Sorry. Nicole got that one too.
Of course
I
she did.
think I can picture it.
Nice.
You
Nice.
But
know, you know what?
What?
We should rig up just a desk, sitting on desk microphone over there for Nicole, and when she has a comment, she can just click in and then click out.
Yeah, but the problem is when she doesn't know the mic's there and she has to yell at somebody, it'd be rough. Like,
She's not allowed to yell at people while we're on the air.
that's fair. Okay, that's fair. I can see that.
And it'll be like what's her name from Howard Stern? Is it Robin that sits over in the control room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I think that reference was made last week, wasn't it?
You know what? Nicole's prettier than Robin, though. I don't even know what Robin looks like, but I know that Nicole's prettier.
You know what Robin looks like.
That's been, 20 years since that movie came out? I have no idea what Robin looks like.
Okay.
To be
just
fair,
saying.
yeah, I mean, 20 years is 20 years.
20 years is 20 years.
I mean, I don't look like what I looked like 20 years ago. I can tell you that.
Me either.
Were you even born 20 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, see what I did there? Sorry.
Very nice.
That's fair.
Nicely done.
Yeah, that's how I roll. All right. So, okay. So sold plows. Sold
plows.
Sold equipment. So, okay. So let's say somebody's listening, and let's say they're actually still listening, which thanks for that, by the way. So, okay. So when you buy a plow, right, these days, it's really hard to compete for local vendors to compete with pricing for online vendors, right? So you can go to one of the big online guys and order you a plow and have it shipped to you, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Going to save sales tax, right? Which is, well,
A lot of
money.
Yeah.
But then you know what you got to do?
Pay shipping.
Well, and you got to install that thing.
You got to put it on, or have somebody put it on.
Now, all right, so there's a question. So let's say somebody says, hey, I went to XYZplowstorks.com and bought a plow online because they're super cheap. Did I say that out loud?
Yeah.
That's fine.
I missed it. Keep
I
going.
didn't know we were going there.
Okay, so let's say I ran into those guys at the show too. That was kind of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they come walking by because they travel in a herd. There was like 5 or 6 of them.
Yeah.
That, like, we're always walking everywhere together, right? And they walk by and like, hey guys, and kind of looked over and nodded, and their leader, had noticed that I acknowledged, and well, because they're a big deal, right? I'm like,
This was
no.
very awkward, by the way.
It was super awkward because there was this acknowledgement of them being them, right? But then there was this quietness, right? It was like this.
Were you guys just staring at each other at this point? Or?
Yeah, it was kind of this quiet. He's in like, obviously he was waiting for the acknowledgement of their awesomeness and size, right? And I'm like, no, man, you guys are awesome. You guys keep selling the plows because we make more money on parts than plows anyway. That's fantastic. And he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, man, if you sell the plows cheap and send them to somebody that doesn't know how to install them, we can fix that and bill them for it. This is a win-win for everybody. And like all of them kind of looked at me like I was nuts. Right?
I'm sure they weren't ready for that.
Or
kind of
they had
conversation.
something else on their mind.
Maybe.
And they may have been a little right.
Maybe.
So we had this situation.
Yeah.
We had this situation where a customer purchased a plow online, got into the installation process, and then basically threw their hands up in the air, said, I don't want to finish this. I need a professional to help me.
Yep.
And we got that call. I think it was last year before, something like that. And yeah, of course, we're going to do it. The issue is if there was something to go wrong with that plow, it's going to be, if you want it to be a warranty situation, you have to go through who you purchase it from.
Right.
And that's not always easy to do when they're, states away and an online retailer. So,
right. So, okay. So, and walk me through the install process on the plow, right? So, being mechanically, inclined, I don't shy away from working on my truck. I fix my truck. That's fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I should be able to, do a plow install, right? Like, that's no problem. Is it hard?
it depends on the application.
Okay.
It truly depends on the application. Some of them, no, they're not hard at all. They're very easy, actually. And then others are quite the pain.
Okay. So like, let's say, for example, I've got a newbie plow. I've got an XLS, right? Because I'm just getting,
you're just starting out.
I don't really know what I'm doing.
Because people just starting out buy the most expensive plow in that market.
Well, you need every bit of help you can get. So,
Obviously, they're compensating for something.
Right. It's not like you're a rock star with a V plow, right? It's fine. So anyway, so let's say I've got this XLS, right? And I'm going to go to mount this thing on the truck, right? Okay. So choices are, nowadays we're getting into, you've got your halogen headlights or LED headlights, right?
Right.
Okay. So let's say, because I've got an XLS, I want to look fancy and look cool, right?
Right.
So I've got the LED lights,
Heck yeah,
which,
you
let's
do.
be honest, the LED lights are pretty badass,
They're
right?
pretty awesome, yeah.
Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah. They're really good. If you got anything in the Douglas Dynamics family, those LED headlights are amazing.
Like real nice.
Yeah. And they're like, and basically all you do is you just, switch the plug, right? There's nothing different to it.
That's incorrect.
That is incorrect.
It's very incorrect.
See what I did there? I led the people.
There's a lot more to it, which is
Very
a
incorrect.
lot more than you would expect.
Right. So
I didn't see it coming my first install with LED lights at all. And I think it was your truck was the first one I put LED lights on.
probably
I think it was.
we experiment on my crap first.
You sure do all the time. Yeah. So, you want to go into that, like what the difference is, or
Sure, do it.
Where are we going with this?
Educate the people.
Okay. So without getting too like overly complex, your typical system is your controller goes into the control harness that goes into the isolation module. The isolation module controls the plow and decides what headlight is going to be on at what time. So like if your plow's not hooked up, your OEM factory truck lights are going to be on. If your plow is hooked up, the headlights on your plow are going to be on. So that's like a really dumbed down version of your basic setup.
So that module, so that's that box. It's, I don't know, 4 or 5 inches tall, 6 or 8 inches wide, a couple inches deep, an inch and a half deep, and it says ISO module on it. And it's got a bunch of wires coming in and out, and that's the brains that determines where the power goes. If it goes to the truck lights or the lamps on the truck.
Right, and your controls come through that also.
Okay.
So your controls are segued through that sometimes, but not so much. Like your plow controls are kind of segued through that, but most of it is taken care of on the plow itself. It has a plow module on the plow also.
Okay, so like on the older plows, you used to have relays that you'd use that would determine that, but now the relays are gone and been replaced with this module.
We do still have some relays every now and then.
Oh,
Again, depending on the truck.
more complicated.
I've seen up to
there's relays on the plow itself too.
there's
There's about 2 or 3 relays for sure.
There's a couple relays on the plow, and then your truck side harness could have anywhere between 0. We may not need any relays up to, I think, probably your truck with the LED setup probably has 9 relays.
Yeah,
I mean, it's some obscene number.
it's because it's badass.
Yeah, it could be because of that, yeah.
Well, I mean, you got to realize they're not just LED lights. There's a heating element in those headlights to keep the snow from sticking to the headlights.
Right.
And then has this 180-degree light that, really casts light side to side. There's a lot going on for a simple design.
Yeah, like if Fergie was to buy a plow, that'd be it.
Probably.
Because it's awesome.
Yeah, I could see her doing that.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Pushing snow.
I feel like you're reaching for something there. I just can't figure out what it is.
Well, we talked about Fergie earlier, so
I know.
I had to come up with a celebrity. Like,
So when we add on the LED feature for these plows, we have to add a whole nother module, which is the headlamp control module. Now we're controlling our headlights through a headlamp control module, and that's just drivers for the LED headlights. And
okay.
so basically now your isolation module is talking to your headlight module that's talking to your headlights. And then you got some relays in there too.
Awesome.
Kinda, until you're trying to pack all that into an engine bay.
Right.
Where it's not going to be
modern day engine bay.
a modern day engine bay.
And then figure out where that's all going to live, and then keep it in a spot where it won't get too hot.
Yeah,
And
so my whole thing when I'm doing installs is I want my components in a place where they're not going to get too hot. They're not going to get splashed up with, snow and salt from the road because corrosion's bad. I don't want them anywhere near rotating assemblies, obviously, because they're going to get tore up. But I also want them to be accessible in case we got to do diag, because it's going to save you diag time.
Yep.
When you're inevitably broke down on the side of the road.
Right. And because we've installed those things on so many trucks, we kind of know where to put that stuff already. But if you're just doing it for the first time, like, do the instructions tell you exactly where to put that stuff, or do they just kind of leave that to the discretion of the installer?
They leave that up to the installer.
Got it.
The only thing they tell you typically is where to plug in for power, like where to find your power source at for your headlights and
Wouldn't
stuff.
that be like the battery?
That's for the other side of the plow. If we're talking lighting still, like newer Fords, they have a plug in the passenger side wheel well that you can just tap into, so you don't have to do the old T harnesses outside of the headlight sockets.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that's pretty neat.
Yeah.
But
Swanky.
you got to know that. You got to read that and understand.
Otherwise, you're going to just wind up chopping into wires.
Heck yeah, for no reason.
And every time you chop, you could use Scotch locks.
You could just not do that.
Because those are the best thing, aren't they?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, those little gizmos. You just you pop this little plastic thing on a wire, then you shove the wire into the little plastic thing, and then squeeze down the metal part and just clip it over. Those are great. You know what those do?
Hurt me.
No, seriously. Like, those things were designed. Like seriously, Satan made those things.
They're corrosion factories.
No, they're corrosion attractants. Yeah, they're like little magnets for salt.
So many problems out of those things.
Yep.
Yeah, it's really bad. Don't use those, please.
Yeah, they're bad.
Your kit comes with crimps and heat shrink. Please use those.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yep.
If you buy the kit.
If you buy the kit.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you not buy the kit?
I don't know.
Okay.
I've seen people not buy the kit.
So if you're so long story short, kind of. So if you buy, yeah, I know. So you get your plow online from Bob's XYZ barn, warehouse, whatever, to buy plows, and and it shows up.
Yeah.
Right. It's all in one nice neat little box too, right?
No.
It's just easy. Just like grab it off the truck and
no.
Oh no.
No, your blade comes in a crate. Your headgear comes in a crate. Your accessories, such as like your modules and your controllers and stuff, are probably stuffed into the crate with the headgear.
You hope.
In random places.
Well, they usually just kind of rip a hole in the packaging and just like slide the boxes in there.
That's fine.
It's If it makes it, yeah.
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 And then the mount just comes with the plow.
No.
Oh, no. You got to get the mount separate. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, mount's going to be stuffed.
It's usually on top of the crate.
Sometimes
in its own box.
I've had them stuffed down there before.
Oh.
And then you got to tear the whole crate apart before you can even get your accessories out because the mount is just kind of
And tearing apart that crate is always a lot of fun and super easy.
No.
You could totally pull a castaway, though, and like pile all the crating in the middle and light a fire and go, I have made fire. And then dance around it.
I did that once. You yelled at me.
Well, you can't light a fire in the middle of downtown St. Louis, man.
It was cold.
Everyone else does.
It's fair. Fair.
Yeah,
fair.
so everything comes separate. There's nothing. There's typically nothing assembled unless, maybe that retailer for some weird reason decides to put that stuff together. But
Which would be cool.
It would be neat, but there's still a lot of assembly on the end user's part.
Yep.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is that the first one, whatever, if you think it's going to be a 4 or 5 hour install and you've never done one before, you're not getting it done in that kind of time frame, right?
Well, I can speak from experience because I've never installed a plow until I came here.
Yeah.
And my first plow took me a day and a half.
And you're a hell of a mechanic.
And I'm a seasoned mechanic, yeah.
Like you went to like school out of state, like big time mechanic.
Yeah, like I did the damn thing.
Certificated.
Yeah, and I felt, I'll be honest, I felt kind of dumb. I'm like, why can't I figure this out? It's just a snowplow.
And to be fair, they used to be a lot simpler. I used to install plows much earlier than obviously Zach has, and the time it would take would be 4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you could do like the older like Western Unimounts. You could pop one of those suckers on in 4 hours.
Well, yeah, especially when you're talking about like it's not even the plow itself; it was the trucks and equipment it was going on.
Right.
You're talking about the late '90s, early 2000s.
Oh my God! You had all
so much
except for the Fords, the Dodges and the Chevys were real easy. I mean, a couple hours you were done.
Well, and you had so much. I mean, there was so much room for everything. Yeah.
Well, honestly, I spend a good chunk of my time just wire managing.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be a comeback, and that's going to be a mad customer in the middle of a snowstorm.
You didn't, prior models, you didn't have to take off the bumper, you didn't have to take off the grill, the fenders, and all this stuff just to get to the things you need to connect to. Mm-hmm. So
we got to go to break. It's
break
already time. It's
break
already time. What's it going to be?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, why don't you know, man? 2? Okay. I got to find them. Where'd they go? They're in here somewhere. There we go. All right. Commercials 2.
Creating art from darkness. For over 20 years, Cast Lighting has designed and manufactured the world's most durable, energy-efficient, and technically advanced landscape lighting products available at astonishingly affordable prices. Cast offers an all-encompassing line of products with everything you need to get the job done. Cast Landscape, their most durable product, is best-in-class, low-voltage landscape lighting made of solid bronze with integrated and drop-in LED technology. These fixtures are built to endure the most demanding environments. Source Lighting, a new division by Cast, is your source for professional grand landscape lighting made of durable brass, offering both integrated and drop-in LED technology, and backed by Cast, the world's most durable outdoor lighting. Cast Lighting gives you innovative, state-of-the-art, old-world craftsmanship with tomorrow's technology. Visit their website at cast-lighting.com today. That's cast-lighting.com.
From the East Coast to the West Coast and around the world, no one rocks like Turf's Up Radio. Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Hardworking hands reach for Gemplers for pro-grade landscape tools and gear. Much like our customers, Gemplers is family-owned and independent, which makes it easy to shop online and get your orders shipped quickly from our warehouse straight to your front door. Rather speak to a human? No worries. Gemplers always answers your call. Shop Gemplers for supplies from tools to tree care, safety to sprayers, watering to workwear, and even add your logo for free to show your customers that you're serious. Right now, buy any 2 pairs of work gloves and get a 3rd pair free. Mix and match, no limit, stock up for spring. Shop Gemplers.com. That's GEMPLERS.com.
Saturdays, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. The Weekend Review.
The Weekend Review.
Join King Darren and all of your favorite Turf's Up Radio hosts, including Heculus, Eric, the Turf Teacher Jones, Brian. My name is not Brian. Ryan Lee, Wayne the Prophet Bowles,
One opportunity.
his son Daniel, Brooke Ford, the Green Veteran, Giddy up, and many more. Join us live as we unpack the week and share what you may have missed live on Turf's Up Radio. That's the Weekend Review, Saturdays, 9 to 10 a.m. Eastern, right here on Turf's Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Yeah! Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I almost did it.
Did you?
I almost did it.
We got Nicole to do it. Oh, yeah.
Do it.
When we were in Wisconsin.
Do it.
Real loud so we can hear it. Do it. Come on.
She only does podcast after 7.
Oh, that's fine.
She's part of the Swinter at night.
We need a second show.
Swinter at night? That's the one that's explicit?
We should do one. We should do one on like day 3 of a snow event.
Oh, that'd be rough.
Holy crap. Can you imagine how much fun that would be?
Imagine.
Oh.
That one's definitely going to have to be marked as explicit.
As soon as we start doing refreeze, fire this thing up.
Oh, yes, sir. That's going to be awesome. I got my son. My son is learning how to run the drone so we can get some drone footage from
Nice.
somebody that's awake. Yeah.
That's excellent.
Just send him out.
From someone that's awake.
Yep.
I'm gonna jump into one of the plow trucks with my Insta 360. I'm gonna extend it way up above the truck, and we're just gonna roll around.
Nice.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be fun this year.
It's going to be a good time.
Sure is.
It's going to be awesome.
Brent's excited.
Zach,
Ken.
what?
I'm sorry.
Man, did you just yell at me?
No.
Okay. What's your favorite part of a snowstorm?
My favorite part of a snowstorm is probably the very beginning.
Yeah.
Yep. 'Cause
Really?
We're getting
Is it
here.
because you're full of opportunity and looking forward to things?
God, that is.
We're looking forward to stuff, and at the same time, that is the peak of the camaraderie, because guys are coming in and they're like all hyped up, they're jazzed up, they're ready to go. You know, guys are out there starting each other's trucks, and they're laughing and they're having a good time. And they're planning out their route, and they're getting their salt, and they're fired up and they're energetic. And then sitting here and watching the team roll out the gate with the strobe lights going, you know, it's just an exciting time.
So are you saying 30 hours later it's not the same?
No, it's not.
I can't imagine why. Why? Gosh, why not? Okay, you know what? No, we'll save that for later.
Are you sure?
Yeah, that's coming up. That's fine. So, okay. So, Brent, what's your favorite part of a snowstorm?
I would agree. The beginning is definitely fun, but the completion of the storm, knowing that you can finally go home, that you finally accomplished the task, and that you feel good about it, really is a good time for me. Now,
Okay.
it's hard to go to sleep at that point because you're still high strung from however many hours you've been up and stressed about all the ongoing things during a storm. But
Do you have
completion of the event is
Do
definitely
you
nice.
have a post-storm ritual?
No.
Really?
Nope.
I would have thought that you'd. I thought. That kind of surprises me. I would have thought that you'd be type A enough that you'd have a ritual.
Type A?
Yeah, like everything's
It
got to be a
usually
certain
involves
way.
sleep.
Oh.
I never go to sleep right after a storm.
I can't go to sleep right after a storm. I did figure out that if we get done at 8, 9 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
I can't go home.
Forget about it.
I can't go home.
I can go home just fine, but I ain't sleeping.
Right, that's why. But I'm so tired, I need to sleep.
Oh, so you like sleep elsewhere?
No, I just find work to do and stay up until I can finally go to sleep.
Well, because you get those calls. I mean, you get the call at 1 o'clock in the afternoon of hey, this dumpster enclosure didn't get cleared or whatever.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
And actually, that's something that we did this last year that was I mean, worth its weight in gold. Was we have an answering service company that we gave them a script of, this is the information that we need if somebody calls, and we've directed all of our customers to call that number where it is a live human being 24/7 that answers the phone and will listen to the customer and get the pertinent information, and then that message gets turned into an email that goes to our entire management team. And then that way we can say, okay, of the 6 of us, here's, these 4 people are going to go to sleep and they're going to get to rest. And these 2 are the ones that are handling the calls. And that was a huge deal for us.
Awesome.
Yeah, it does help a lot.
Yeah. I mean, that was a big deal. So what we found was it sped up our response time, because if somebody were to call, I'll pick on me. Somebody calls me and I'm, laying under a truck, or I've got, 5 other phone calls that I'm trying to take, or whatever pandemonium is happening inside of a storm, and that goes to my voicemail, right? It may be 5 or 10 minutes before I can get to that. But if that same call goes to 6 people, within a minute of the call coming in, well, one of those people who is designated to be, the customer service person at that time can jump in and handle it right away. And that really sped up our response time for customer requests. It sped up our organization during a storm. I mean, everything got better, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now, you still had the customers that wouldn't call that number because they've got Brent's cell number, and so they're just going to call Brent. And
It definitely helped cut down on that.
yeah,
Because if I'm asleep and you email me or you text me, I may not see that.
right.
Yeah.
So it having someone who can manage those systems and see that, oh, this needs to be handled, and no matter whose contract or who sold it, it helps out the customer. It helps out our team.
Yep.
And allows us to be able to more professionally handle that concern.
Yep.
Fair.
Yep. But still no post-storm routine.
Do you have some suggestions?
I do.
Ooh, I'm ready.
You know what mine is?
A shower?
Chinese.
Yep. Brent does know mine. Day of storm, Chinese dinner.
Day of storm.
Ask him
you know what?
Ask him how grouchy he is when he doesn't get it.
Oh, dude. If I don't get my General Tso's chicken, seriously?
You're a
the world
General
is over.
Tso guy too?
Oh, my God.
Yes.
So if you happen to be in the St. Louis, Missouri area and are anywhere near the Fenton area, you can get a hold of Ho One Chinese. You know what this is? The non-paid advertisement.
I'll be dang.
Ho One Chinese. Justin actually is the delivery driver that comes to the house most often.
Nice.
It's like, hey, Ken. It's like, yep, that's the
Is
guy.
Justin the one that bid it?
No, there was some other guy that yeah.
Oh,
had an icy incident on
Had
the
a
steps.
whoopsie?
Yeah, it was fine. Anyway, but yeah, no, man. General Tso's chicken, skip the spring roll, all crab rangoon, steamed white rice, little soy sauce. Oh my God,
hella red pepper.
dude, no,
No? I'm a huge spice fan.
really?
Yes.
Oh,
Love spicy food.
okay. Well, we might have to have some fun with that later.
Okay, deal.
Yeah, but yeah, that keeps you awake. And then at about between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, that's when I'm like, okay, I got to start going to bed. I will keep myself awake until 8, and then I'm out. That way I get
That's a pretty hard number. Like, you're like 8 o'clock, period.
well.
That's his normal time.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's fair. Not lately. Here, yeah. I mean, I can stay awake later, but yeah. So if I make it to 8 o'clock, I can sleep till 5 the next morning, get up, have a full night's sleep, be refreshed, recharged, ready to go, and my sleep schedule is not all screwed up.
Do you typically sleep from 8 to 5?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Crickets.
I was curious.
No,
I'm curious. I get
No, I'm
curious
usually-
about sleep habits.
no. I'm usually up about 5-ish, between 5 and 6. Kind of no matter what, and then usually it's, I don't know, 9,
That's
10.
a lot of sleep.
Hit the hay.
That's a lot of sleep.
Yeah, it is.
Wow.
That's how you stay healthy, man.
Oh, that would explain a lot.
Yep.
That's why you're so hulkish.
Hulkish? No, that's fat. I'm not angry and green. I'm just overweight.
That's
It's fine.
winter insulation. He keeps you around.
That's right.
I get very cold.
Do you?
No.
No, you got to keep your brain fresh, man. The sleep is for the brain. The squash.
The squash.
There has definitely been times when I hadn't had sleep in days, and I realized mid-conversation I needed to just hang up.
What's your sleep schedule?
On average?
Yeah.
Usually in bed by 10:30, up at 5.
It's about where I'm at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
10:30, 11 o'clock.
See, I need about another hour.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't need another hour. It just isn't possible.
Fair.
I always
Well,
need
it's
more.
because you got 13 kids and they're all like under 7.
I really wish I know how you went from 4 to 13.
4 is 13 in the
You
kid
added
world.
9.
Dude. Like seriously, like if you had a 5th, you wouldn't even know. It'd just be another kid running around.
My oldest is never even home. It's like I have 3.
Well, it's because she's 34. She needs to get a job.
You look great for 84, Brent.
Wow. Yeah. I feel a lot older all of a sudden.
It's fine.
She's getting her permit this year, so not quite 34.
Yeah, I was
Your
kidding.
daughter's older than I am.
Wow.
No, I said you were 20, which you're not.
You said she was 34.
Yeah.
So that would make her older than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's what you just said. No, it's got to be your bowl.
Right.
Nice. Oh, so we got to do another ad. What do we
Ad
want to do?
Don't we only have
3?
one more?
We're going to do 3.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, it's
Fed up with your current software solution? FieldRoutes is the cloud-based software technology you need to level up your lawn care business. From routing to scheduling, collections, marketing, reporting, and more. It's the all-in-one solution that automates, not complicates. FieldRoutes helps lawn care companies simplify, scale, and grow. Schedule your free demo today by visiting fieldroutes.com. That's fieldroutes.com.
You're listening to Turfs Up Radio, the only radio station of its kind dedicated to the green industry.
Turf's Up Radio. Your industry, your station.
Hey everybody, Wayne Vose, the Prophet, your host of Profit Time here on Turf's Up Radio. If you listen to my show, you know I'm all about profit. As an industry, profit is something we fail to meet most of the time. If you're working hard but not seeing the results that you deserve, Profits Unlimited is here to help. We offer processes and systems designed specifically to make your company more successful, more profitable, and certainly more efficient. When you're ready to take your company to the next level, reach out to me at profitsareus.com. That's profitsareus.com. And don't forget to turn into Profit Time every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m.
Are you a military family with a spouse on deployment away from home? Did you know that nonprofit Project Evergreen has thousands of volunteers across the country ready to help military families with lawn, landscape, and snow removal services? We call it Green Care and Snow Care for troops. If you are a military family and would like to receive this free service, or if you'd like to volunteer to help, visit projectevergreen.org. Project Evergreen, creating a greener, healthier, cooler Earth, 1 yard at a time.
What are you doing?
Trying to hold my laughter.
Oh my God.
What was so funny?
I don't even know. I looked over and he was like, do you guys watch Doctor Who?
No.
Do you know who Strax is?
Obviously not.
Okay, never mind.
She does.
She's welcome to join the show.
No.
So bashful.
You know what? She's only in the After Hours show.
Apparently we've got to get about 3 hours worth of alcohol in her before she comes on.
I used to do a midnight podcast.
Really? What was it about?
I don't want to talk about it.
Was it dirty?
What was it rated? Can I have to? What's your stage name?
What?
Just
Did it have Diggler in it?
No, it didn't.
No. Ralph Diggler? Man. Oh, I'm calling you Ralph Diggler from now on.
Is that another one that I missed? Is that another reference?
That's part of his.
Dirk's brother? Nothing?
Dirk Diggler. I know the name. Where's that from?
Boogie Nights?
Oh.
What?
Crickets.
Crickets? Dude. Okay, fine.
Snow.
Snur. Okay, so plow installs we talked about.
Yeah.
Got it. Spreader installs. Yeah, you hook up like 4 wires in your
Yeah, you're really. The hardest part is putting it in the bed.
Yep.
If it's just you.
Actually, I would say if you add any accessories at all to the plow, that's when it really starts to add time and frustration.
Accessories to the plow?
I'm sorry.
What kind of accessories?
I was going to say accessories to the plow, like machine guns.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
That'd be awesome.
Accessories add a lot of time if you do it right.
Now on the so on the Douglas models, so like Western Fishers, things like that, where you've got the they're pre-wired. So you add strobe lights or work lights or things like that. I mean, basically you run the wires for those lights into the control box and essentially just plug them in, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
On the face of it, it's really simple, but to make it clean, it
That's
takes
my
time.
thing. That's
That's
my
fair.
thing. My thing is always cleanliness, and that it takes a while to make them clean.
That's fair.
It's not hard. It just takes time.
Yeah, but
And especially if you're doing the stainless steel model and you got to drill, 15 holes through the
right, and it
stainless. to
takes
get
25 drill bits to do it.
Yeah, stainless sucks to drill.
Uh-huh.
That's pretty bad. And then you don't want to end up with crooked strobe lights on the back of the Fisher or something.
Do you think we could hire like a superhero to come just like stare at that right in the right spot and like blast a hole through it with their eyeballs?
Yeah, if you can find one.
Okay, so if you're a superhero and you're looking for employment, please email us at podcast@swintergroup.com.
Nicely done. We almost missed that.
Yeah, there you go. Podcast@swintergroup.com.
Obviously, we need more content, so please send us some suggestions.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yep. Okay, so spreaders are a much easier install than plows.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. Those are relatively easy to do. Now,
Well,
I'm gonna throw.
hold up. You hang on a second.
You know what? I'm gonna watch this. I just muted Zach. Hear him in the background? Hear him? He's in the background. You can't. See? Okay, now you can talk again. What? Go.
I was going to talk, and then Nicole. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Never
she's
mind.
yelling at me. It's fine.
I have seen, and for some reason this is a problem, and I don't really understand why, but please keep your harnesses away from drive shafts.
Oh, that was a sad day.
That was multiple sad days.
I felt so sorry for the owner of that company.
When you zip tie. Well, they didn't zip tie the harness to the drive shaft. They just let it droop right over the top to it.
Right.
Way too close.
Extremely too close.
Especially when the drive shaft itself is smooth, but you get close to any U-joint that's not smooth. It's a great catch.
Yeah, it's real bad.
Ting, 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 ting.
And those
ting, ting, ting,
harnesses
ting.
are, probably $800 today. I don't know what they're at right now.
Minimum.
Yeah, they're a lot.
I mean, if you didn't take out anything else while you did that, I mean, it's
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway.
All right, I'm going to throw a monkey wrench in this for a minute.
Okay.
You ready for this? Here we go. Here we go. Plows or are you Popcat?
No.
Do you know what Popcat is?
No.
Oh, I don't want to go down that.
Oh,
That's a whole nother segment.
Popcat.
I'm
Yeah.
so sorry, folks.
No, there you go. There's one. There's one. Yeah, you got to just check out Popcat.
Okay.
It's fine.
Homework.
Yep, homework. Popcat. Anyway, so we talked about install spreader, install plow.
Yep.
Right. Fine. Now, what if it's a hydraulic spreader or a hydraulic plow?
Oof. Okay, now that takes some that takes some doing.
It's not exactly that much harder. It's just that you have to have custom hoses made.
If you want to do it right. It keeps going back to wanting to do it right.
Right.
Let's assume we're doing it right.
If we're doing it right, it's going to take a shop to make you some custom hoses to get that thing straight.
But it's not just the custom hoses. You've got to have the appropriate hydraulic, either the PTO or you got to have Power Beyond or you got to have, there's a lot of different ways to do that.
There's a whole lot that can go wrong there.
You're not really doing that unless your truck is already plumbed, because the price to outfit your truck with some type of hydraulic system is astronomical.
Well, and even if your truck is already plumbed, it may not be plumbed with what you need to run that equipment.
Right.
It sounds like you've been down this road.
Oh my!
I know what road we're talking about.
Word.
I know what road we're talking about.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Make sure that your PTO system, whatever you choose, is rated for that application.
Right. You order a dump truck, right?
Yeah.
You order a Kenworth dump truck and you say, I need to be able to run a salt spreader or a liquid spray rig out of this truck. Yes, sir. We can make that happen. Sign right here for the extra money. Okay, great.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? It doesn't work? Either the plow or the spreader. Yep. Oh, well, we didn't have the flow rate right. Okay, so let's fix that. Oh, we didn't know that you needed to run it at an idle. Oh, we didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even hydraulic places. Hydraulic shops don't necessarily know what you have to do.
Right.
And then you're going to be paying a mechanic shop to learn on your equipment.
Yeah, if they don't have prior experience, yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
at least here in the St. Louis area, that's not something that's highly seen. So therefore, very few people have any experience with that.
Right.
And when the guys that do have the experience with it are used to making repairs on something that already exists and not necessarily adding on.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So they don't have pressure check and stuff, but that's about it.
Yep.
That being said, the hydraulic system is a pretty rare thing outside of DOT style trucks.
Right.
But it'll send it, dude.
It is probably one of the most reliable systems out there.
The most fun I've ever had spreading salt was with this is a long time. This might have been a 91, 94, an early 90s model, former DOT truck, right? And this thing, you could be at a mall, and I'd be running down a drive lane, and I'd be slinging salt from the drive lane through the parking space on either side, through the next parking space on either side, and through and across the other drive lane. So I could cover drive lane, drive lane, drive lane.
Awesome.
Yeah. Now, here's what you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll stand by that.
Is when Yeah. It was a huge amount of salt that thing had spread. Now, let me tell you, if you're standing behind the truck,
Yeah.
when that thing is slinging,
Dangerous.
dude,
Bad plan?
Dude, it hurt so bad. I was showing a new driver how to do it. I'm like, here's how you do it, bud. And blah, 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 blah. Here you go. He's like, all right, I got this. And he goes to take off and turn that thing on. I was standing right by the back of the truck. I can't believe I had my legs.
Wow.
It was awesome.
I had a new to me Swenson gas-powered spreaders that my guy, one of my employees, and I was trying to dial in. You know, we were new to that market at the time, and I couldn't believe how much salt that thing dumped in such a quick time.
Yeah.
And how fast you had to drive to not over-apply.
Man, so so all the gray-haired dudes listening, and, well, I'm going to say gray-haired gals, but whatever. Anyway, anybody old listening that's been doing snow for a while is like, oh, I remember the gas spreaders. I used to be able to get stuff done back then.
Yeah.
Are you saying I'm old?
No.
Yes.
I'm not saying you're old. You don't have any gray hair at all.
It's because I cut it off.
Attaboy.
There's a lot of gray hair there.
I'm just saying the electric spreaders do not have the same flow rate as gas spreaders.
You know, I brought that up to Douglas.
Oh, Yeah, how'd that go?
We'll see if they make the changes I suggested.
You know what would be pretty cool? Is if they come out with a spreader line called the Reader. Or maybe not even a spreader line.
Something that matches or outmatches the gas powered.
Now, the one thing that I will say though, particularly with the steel casters, right? The electric steel casters that I've been running for the last several years, while it does not have the same flow rate, right? Like it takes me longer to do the job than with a gas spreader. I will say that the baffles that are inside the chute make it so that my spread pattern is a lot cleaner.
Yeah.
It's a lot cleaner. You don't have what we call the snail trail, right? So like if you're running where the box is dropping too much salt, it's dropping more salt than the spinner can effectively spread, which we see that with like SnowX. SnowX does it. I think most manufacturers do that. There's just this trail of salt and then right down the middle. And then you've got it spread out from there. The Steelcaster did not do that, and I was really, really happy with that. I thought that was great.
So yeah, I had the Swenson spreader that was gas vent powered. It was great. It was awesome. It was Swenson, great product. But at least every storm or every other storm, I had to get my crowbar out, go back there, loosen the bolts on the engine, tighten the engine as tight as I could get it, to make sure that belt didn't slip. Because there was so much pressure trying to turn all those components.
Wait, that was belt driven, not chain?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a bad plan.
It was a very bad plan.
I'm really surprised that Swenson makes pretty good stuff.
They do. But you learn real fast how to tighten that stuff in the middle of a storm with ratchet straps and a crowbar.
Word.
What?
The mechanic over here is really proud.
Right.
I'm excited. That was very good.
So yeah, that was my big drawback when I moved on to a Western icebreaker that was chain driven. I didn't know what to do.
Yeah,
I didn't have to work on it every storm.
Them's was nice.
It was nice.
You know what's funny? Years ago, this is going back to 2000 and let's see here, 2008. This is a 2008-2009 winter. We were working, and it was a decent sized storm, and we had some guys in from out of town, and one of the guys came in, and he got in, was doing some work, and his spreader broke early, right? So this is gonna be a multi-round event. First round of plowing and salting, spreader broke. He calls up, he's like, man, it's middle of the night. You know where I can go get an engine for my spreader? Because his engine shot craps.
Oh no.
And I was like, oh man, it's 2:00 in the morning. At the time, there were no Swinner groups in town that inventoried Briggs & Stratton and Honda and Kohler engines, right? So anyway,
which are pretty hard to come by right now.
Yeah, oddly enough.
Yeah, fair. So at the time, I was like, man, I don't know where you can go get an engine at 2:00 in the morning. He's like, gosh, dang it. Fine. So we sent him some more plowing work. It's like, okay, fine. He calls back a couple hours later. Yeah, he calls back a couple hours later. All right, I'm up and running. What do you mean did you fix it? No, I got another engine. Did you go buy an engine? No, I got another engine.
Oh no.
Okay. So rumor had it that he found an engine that he could use in the middle of the night.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. I will tell you, it only takes
4
one
bolts.
hex key and 4 bolts.
Yep, pretty fast. Now,
and actually, you don't even need the hex key if it's the right pulley.
See the pulley on it; it's fine. Yeah. So, yeah.
Yep.
Rough. Don't. So now,
hey,
I'm not saying go out and steal engines.
That's probably bad.
But I'm saying that that dude got a lot of work done.
Resourceful.
That's right.
I don't know. It's a good way of getting a free food and a free place to stay.
Ooh, 3 hots and a cot.
What? Like if you go to jail?
Yeah.
I don't want to go to jail.
Hot food,
3 hot meals and a cot. 3 hots and a cot.
Nice.
They take your shoestrings though. It's really unfortunate.
Oh no. You know what else is unfortunate?
The end of the show.
We're out of time. I can't hardly believe it, but we got to go.
This is going to be it.
This is a good one. Welcome back. This will either be show 1 of season 2, or it'll be show whatever of season 1, or maybe we'll throw it in season 2. Who cares? Whatever. We are talking Winter with Swinner. Thanks everybody for listening. Tune in to Turfs Up Radio. I believe we're Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. We have an official time slot. What do you think of that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, right. How about that?
I think I'll listen one day.
Nice.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yep. Oh, we got to go. We're out. Peace.